everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing good and happy Onam to all of you. May you all stay blessed. In today's video, as you all might have guessed, I'm going to create this particular makeup look. Some of you requested me to create a makeup look for Onam and I finally got the time to sit and record a video for you, and I really hope you enjoy watching this video and this video is useful for you in any way. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Before doing my base, I'm going to do my eyes first. I'm applying this NYX eyeshadow base first. This enhances the pigmentation. You can also use concealer if you want. I wanted to keep the look glam but soft, so I decided to go for a peachy gold eye makeup. I'm using this gorgeous palette by Sugar Cosmetics and I'm applying this peachy shade starting from the outer corner and blending it into the crease. Use light pressure while blending. This will ensure even application of the eyeshadow. And next I'm using this coral blush as my eyeshadow and applying it right above the center of my lid. This is a very vibrant bright shade, that's why I decided to use it as my eyeshadow. You can always look around and see what can work as eyeshadow. Next I'm using this deep plum shade from the same palette and placing it using a dense eyeshadow brush onto the outer corner, just to give some depth, and then I'm blending it using the same eyeshadow brush that we used before. You don't want to go overboard with this, we just want to create some gentle depth. Then I'm applying some concealer onto the center part of my lid to create a base for golden shimmer shadow that we are going to use next. I'm using this champagne shimmer shade from the same palette and applying it onto the center part of my lid using a slightly damp flat eyeshadow brush. I used a slightly damp brush because I wanted the shadow to be pigmented. If you want, you can use your fingertips to apply this shadow, as that works beautifully when it comes to shimmer shade. Then I'm using the same eyeshadow brush that we used before to blend out any harsh line between the matte peach shadow and the gold shimmer. Makeup is not done yet, but I have to apply some eyeshadow onto my lower lash line, so I'm going to do my base now and then we will complete our eye makeup. To prime my face, I'm using this Smashbox primer. This will help my makeup to stay for longer hours. Lakme Absolute Blur Perfect primer is also a nice option if you are looking for inexpensive primers. For my foundation, I'm using Maybelline Fit Me Matte Plus Poreless and blending it using a damp sponge. I'm little tan right now, so this may look little off, but it oxidizes, so it will eventually adapt to my skin tone. Next, I'm using Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Medium to conceal my under eye area and highlight high points of my face. Then I'm blending it using the same sponge. Moving back to the eye makeup, I'm applying this NYX black eye pencil onto my lower waterline, starting from the outer corner and moving towards the inner. This ensures that the tip of the pencil is less affected by the moisture from the tear duct and thus makes your kohl long lasting. I'm also tight lining using the same eye pencil. Next, I'm using the same gold eyeshadow and applying it on my lower lash line using a tiny eyeshadow brush. I wanted to experiment a bit and decided to go for this instead of conventional dark eyeshadows on lower lash line, and I really loved how this turned out in the end. I also used some of the shadow to highlight inner corners of my eye. Next, I'm using Makeup Revolution setting powder to lightly bake my under eye area. I am lightly dabbing this on my under eye area using a small brush. I will let it sit for some time. I'm also using a bigger fluffy brush to lightly apply this powder onto the rest of my face to set my base. By the time under eye area is baking, this sounds funny. Anyway, so we will let it bake, and in the meantime I will do my brows and finish off my eye makeup. For my brows, I'm using Goof Proof Brow Pencil by Benefit. Currently loving this. This fills the brows very naturally and without any hassle. So I'm using this matte eyeliner by Sugar Cosmetics and applying a very thin eyeliner because the overall look is soft, so not drawing any wing and keeping it really simple. Next, I'm using Hoola bronzer by Benefit to lightly contour my face, keeping it very subtle because it's a day look and I prefer light and close to natural look during daytime. Then I'm dusting off excess setting powder using a big fluffy brush. For my blush, I'm using my favorite blush by Essence and applying it onto the apples of my cheek using a blush brush by Wet n Wild. Then I'm using an eyelash curler to curl my lashes and using Lash Sensational Mascara by Maybelline to coat them. Now if you want, you can totally skip false lashes. It looks beautiful even without them. But if you want to add some drama and glam, you can apply false lashes. I used lashes that I got from Amazon and glue is by Ardell. Then for my lips, I used Suede Secret Matte Lip Color by Sugar Cosmetics. This again is a very beautiful coral shade and complemented the whole look really well. Next, I'm using MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in the shade Lightscapade as my highlighter to add sheen on high points of my face. This is my go-to highlighter for daytime. It adds a very natural glow without obvious shimmers. Finally, to set my makeup, I am using a Smashbox primer water. I prefer MAC Fix Plus over this, but I'm out of my Fix Plus, so I'm using this. I did half updo for this look and added a gajra. I also added buds onto my side braid and it looked lovely. So yeah, this is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you do so, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel so that we can stay connected, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Till then, take care, bye.